Alright, so what's up guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Now, to be honest, I know it's been a long while since I've done one. There's been loads of things going on recently in the last couple of months. You've obviously seen the previous videos. I said that I've had to pull out of the prep this year, and I think it really just beat me up mentally inside. That it tore me apart, because most people know me, I'm very passionate with my training, and stepping on stage is a massive thing for me. So that really beat me up and tore me up from the inside. So I felt like I needed some time away to reflect on my decisions and really get my mindset back into where I need to be, in a positive mindset. But things are on the up the last couple of weeks. But for today, I'm not going to ramble on too much. We're going to get straight into the gym. We're going to go through a workout video. Haven't done one probably since the prep series. So today I'm going to take you through a pull session. I'm going to show you a few of my tips, show you guys what I've been up to the last couple of weeks as well, update you with everything. But let's get inside, warm up, and let's get things started. I'm very meticulous when it comes to my training. I would always say, if somebody has trouble activating the lats before they go into like their main compound movements, something like this is a great exercise to go into to really get the lats activated and firing, get some blood in there. But if you're someone who already gets your back activated very easily, you don't need to do something like that. This is just something that I like to do personally, because I do struggle to activate my lats. So doing this 3 sets. Also, I don't take it to failure. I'm not focusing on fatiguing my back. It's simply just trying to get the activation there, get the blood moving, and just warming up all the joints before I go into the heavier compound movement. So just 3 sets, 8 to 10 repetitions, and I like to make sure that when I'm pulling down, I'm pulling down more with my elbow to really get that activation. But we're doing the 3 sets there, then we're going to move on to our first compound, which will probably be unilateral dumbbell rows, and then we'll go from there. So let's crack on. So, like I said, moving on to the next exercise, it's going to be unilateral dumbbell rows. Now, we'll probably just do 3 working sets, but what I like personally to do is, although we've warmed up over there first of all, I'm going to do a few warm-up sets until I get to my first working set. Obviously, I've got my logbook with me, and I think my last previous weight was 45 kg dumbbells. So what I'll do is I'll probably do something like 25, 30, 35, 40, and just see how it goes. The warm-up repetitions are going to be very, very low, so it'll be like 3 to 4 repetitions just to see how it feels and see how quick the explosion is, see how my strength's going. Obviously the last couple of weeks as well, my weight's been quite fluctuating, so I was like 211 pounds on Sunday, which is 3 days ago, and then Monday I woke up again around 210, 211. Tuesday I woke up and I was 6 pounds lighter. So at the moment my strength is somewhat diminishing. I don't know what that could be from. Is that just from energy output, poor sleep? There could be many factors of what's causing that, but I'm just going to play it by ear at the moment, and then we'll go from there. So we're going to gradually work our way up to the working set, and then we're going to do our 3 straight sets, and then that's going to be it. So let's go. Normally what I would have done is I've done that and then start maybe backloading, or I would have stayed on to that weight, but it felt pretty good, even though considering I'm out of breath, it felt pretty light, it moved nicely. Now one of my focuses is making sure that when you get to the top of the movement, you're holding and getting that contraction. I see too many people where they come up and then they automatically just drop straight away. I always make sure that when you get to the top, you hold for a split second to make sure that you're really getting that contraction in the muscle. But yeah, I'm probably gonna go up to the 50s and then keep it there for the next 2 sets. Let's do it. Side is a lot weaker than my right side, but it's just something I need to work on, hopefully improve over time. Right, so now we've done the unilateral dumbbells, we've obviously warmed up as well over on the cables. There's no point warming up anymore. We're fully warm, we've got blood moving around, joints are all warmed up. So what we do now, or what I personally like to do, is go up to my first working set. So obviously I've broken this down from my previous workout. Previous week I done 120 for around about 7 to 8 repetitions. So I've put on the 120. My goal will now be not to increase the weight, but to increase my repetition. So my goal is if I can get one extra rep or maybe 2, so push for around about 9 to 10 repetitions. I aim for around about 12 repetitions. When I get to that stage, that's when I'll then actually start increasing the actual weight itself. So we're gonna get 120 to start off, and then from there I will do my back load. So then I'll take off about 10%, so I'll probably go down to about 100, 105, and then I'll back load again, keeping the rep range, like I said, around 10 to 12, but just making sure that I'm contracting and the tempo is fairly slow on both the eccentric and the concentric. But you guys will see anyway what I'm about to do anyway, so let's crack on. So that's 1 extra rep, 9 in total. So like I said, that's beat my previous week. That to me is a progression. That's causing stimulus, which will be an adaptation, which will then equal muscle growth. So that's how I will always work. Now from here, we're gonna backload for the next 2 sets. Let's go. So for you guys wondering, inch workout, I don't use any carbohydrates like citron, dextrin or anything like that at the moment. My carbs are very limited, so I'm only on like 200 grams on a training day. So I'll just keep that around the workout perimeter, but like my pre and post workout meal, and maybe sometimes my pre-workout meal, depending on how I'm feeling on the day. But for you guys that are wondering, in here is the VascuMax Pro from Strong Sports. I'm not going to go into detail about the benefits of VascuMax. All I'm going to say is, in layman terms, it gives unbelievable pumps and mind to muscle contraction when you're in your training session. But if you want to find out more, go over to Strong Sports' website, their YouTube, shall I say. I'll leave all the links and everything down in the description below. He's probably done a video on there. If not, at a later date, I'll do a video talking a little bit more in depth about VascuMax Pro. I've also got glycine, L-glutamine, EAAs, taurine, and some sea salt, again, to aid in those better contraction during the workout. But gonna crack on now on the last set. We've got one more drop set to do, so we're now on to 100 total. This is gonna be my last working set on this. Let's go.
Oh, come on. Let's go. Come on.
Sometimes you gotta push yourself out of that comfort zone if you really want to make that progression and make those improvements. It's not always pleasant, but the rewards are worth it. Alright, so we're going to move on to seated rows now. I'm feeling pretty tired and fatigued at this point with my back, so the goal here is to do a rest pause set. I'm just going to do one set, which is 12 repetitions, then I'm going to rest for 20 seconds, then repeat another round, as many reps as I can, rest for 20 seconds and then go again. A lot of people have probably seen this on like James Hollister's and Jordan Peters' website. That's obviously where I've got the idea from. I like it, it's something that I can incorporate. It adds in a little bit more volume into my workout, especially when I get to the point of fatigue and I feel like I can't do 3 straight sets. I'll just do this one rest pause set. But what I'm going to do is, I've done 67 and I put a plate on top of it, because the 67 to the jump up is 77. And in my eyes, that's a bit of a big jump up, and I know that I'm going to jeopardize a lot of my form. So by just putting that plate, it just adds on 2.5 kilos on top of my previous last top of my last week's weight, which was 67. So I'm now aiming for 69.5, and when I said we're going to go for 12 repetitions and then go for the extra 2 sets afterwards. So go for it. I probably could have done 1, maybe 2 extra reps, but I started feeling my biceps come into play a bit more, so I stop at that 6 repetitions, rest for the 20 seconds, and then go in for the last round. I'm probably only going to get 3, maybe 4 repetitions on this one, and then probably my biceps will start kicking in again. So when it gets to that stage where the biceps start playing up and you can start feeling them working, you want to stop because you're now not working your lats and you're working more other muscle groups. Let's go.
One more.
So, what I said earlier about you will feel biceps and that come into play. Always remember, whenever you're doing things like your lats or any muscle part, other muscle groups will be working indirectly at the same time. It's unavoidable. You can't just focus on one body part and not activate other body parts at the same time. Prime focus into directly engage the lats, but indirectly things like the forearms, triceps, biceps will come in play at the same time. But when you feel more your biceps than your lats, that's when you need to stop with the repetitions. That's what I'm trying to get at when I said earlier. But that's that done. Then we're going to move on to some rear delts and then some biceps. So, as you just saw there, we done 3 straight sets on rear cable for the rear delts. There wasn't much to talk about that other than, like I say, just keeping the elbows fairly high so they're actually contracting the rear delts. But yeah, we've done those 3 sets, straight sets. Now we're going to just finish off with some biceps. We're going to start off with some isolation with the cable curls, and then we're going to do some spider curls with the EZ bar. But I'll probably do 3 straight sets again. Now you notice with me as well, when I'm doing my sets on the cables, you'll notice that I won't come all the way up here, because when I get past like this point, I'm not really getting the contraction anymore on my biceps, and I'm actually doing a shoulder flexion movement. So I'm using more of my rotator cuff and all my shoulders. So I'll come up to about here, and that way I'm actually getting, the contraction on the peak of the bicep, and then I'll stop. A lot of people will probably say, oh, why am I not coming up further? Now, if I come to this point, that there, so as you'll see, that there is the bicep fully shortened. If I go any further, now all I'm doing is a shoulder flexion movement. So that's why I'm going to be doing that. I'll do 3 sets, and you'll see what I mean as we're going through. You're going to walk. the bicep curls on the cable, I'll actually fully extend my arm as well, just so that I'm maximising full recruitment through all the range of movement. So all the way from the longest range and the shortest range. You'll see a lot of people that come down to like here and stop. I like to get down to the bottom, fully extend the arms, and then come all the way back up. Like I said, that way we're going to maximise full recruitment of the fibres. And for me, with my biceps, I don't need a great deal of volume, so I don't need to do like 3-4 sets with 15-20 repetitions. They fatigue quite quickly, but what I do need to make sure that I do is that I'm very meticulous with the execution of the exercise, so that I'm making sure that I'm fully contracting from the longest range all the way up to the shortest range, and that seems to work best for me. Obviously, that doesn't mean it's going to work for you. You may have to use a little bit more volume. I know my training partner, he has to use a little bit more volume to really get that blood into the biceps and to get them fully fatigued. But for me, I don't need that much volume, but I just need to be very meticulous with the execution of the lift. 2 more sets of that. Let's go. That plus vascular max equals ouch. Right guys, so just wrapped up that pull session. I say not a great deal of volume, but at the moment I prioritise intensity more than anything, and for me it's working. I'm still losing weight, I'm still maintaining strength. When I get to the point where I feel like I've hit, you know, heavy top loads, I'll then start incorporating more volume. It'll only be a tiny amount, so I'll probably add in an additional 1 set here or there. But at the moment, how things are going, it's just working for me. Obviously, being very meticulous with my nutrition intake as well at the same time, which I'll talk about on a separate video. It's all going to plan at the moment. But just before I wrap up this video, I'm going to do a quick little posing, see how we're looking with condition and that. I say at the moment I'm sitting at 208 pounds. So yeah, let's just have a little look at what the condition's saying. Coming in, a little bit of separation in the quads now, as you can see, with lateralis. the VMO, the radialis. It's all coming in nice and slowly. Still a little bit of weight to come off in the midsection, but like I say, 200 pounds and I'll probably be comfortable there, but other than that, I'm happy where we're sitting. I don't know how long I'm going to continue dieting, probably for about another 4 or 5 weeks. I think that's going to be a realistic target to get an extra 7 or 8 pounds off. But other than that, guys, I'm going to put my clothes back on because I'm standing in the gym in just my boxers. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't yet subscribed, click that subscribe button and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.